I'm 30 years old, and I don't have time for drama in my life anymore.
While Doherty made no reference to her charmed co-star, she told E.T. the rumors of a rift have no effect on her.
Marry me, my witches and Wiccan. Welcome to Witches Talk Tales podcast. I'm your host, Spoon Witch. Today we're going to be talking about, you already know, the juicy part. Alyssa Milano Clapback at Shannen Doherty and also Holly Marie Combs of Let's Be Clear podcast Charm Again. So if you haven't yet, go ahead and check that link for you to find out or catch up. So let's go. Do you guys like the setup? I felt like it's giving spring. I really wanted to give like a new theme for 2024 because they were saying how green is the new color and also it's the year of the dragon. So I thought, I was like, oh, let me camp this up real quick. I was on the internet and it popped up. I was like, what? Alyssa Milano Clapback at Shannen Doherty. Bitch, I clicked on it quick. I said, what is the tea? Alyssa Milano heard about what happened with Holly Marie Combs saying that Shannen Doherty got fired because of Alyssa. So Alyssa Milano posted this tweet about resilience, right? Get this. Alyssa's birthday was on August. Why do I keep saying August? I've been saying August all day. So Alyssa Milano posted this picture on December 19th for her birthday because she's turned 51, right? On the side note, Alyssa Milano looks pretty. She really does. 51? Wow, gorgeous. And her skin looks amazing. Is it the angle? No. She still looks good. She looks the same, like as if she was. It's crazy. She has not aged at all. Crazy. And this. Now, Shannen Doherty just posted her podcast about how she got fired and Holly Marie Combs was there to back it up, right? Alyssa Milano clapped back and said, today's my birthday. However, instead of just saying my age, from now on, I'm going to say that I have reached level 51. To unlock this level, I have discovered a few cheat codes that have helped me navigate the challenges and triumph along the way. The first cheat code is resilience. I wonder who she's talking about. I have faced my fears, share of heartache, anxiety, and depression, but I have managed to overcome them with love. Babe, just say that you're talking about Shannen Doherty. That's all you had to say. Whether she wasn't talking about her or not, I said resilience, like, I don't think that's for her. But as if you read on, it really did seem like it was towards her. When I tell you it was like cryptic and like we basically directed towards Shannon, you can tell that message was saying towards Shannon, saying basically she grown up, like she grew up and, you know, girl, let's get for reals. That was for Shannon. And you telling me you didn't hear the podcast? I know she heard the podcast. She just didn't want to admit it. Or she didn't want to say it. I believe that it was a cryptic message. Basically, because after Shannon and Holly Marie Combs did this podcast, Alyssa Milano decided to post this on her Twitter the day of her birthday. And it was very... Is the timing is what I'm trying to say? That it happened to be right after that. But then again, it's also her birthday. So maybe it wasn't, but maybe Charm fans kind of took it towards where we think it was for Shannon. What do you guys think about that? Do you really think that it was for her? A part of me says yes, but a part of me is like, no, it can't be. Maybe they're grown now that they don't have to bring stuff up to talk about, you know? There was this one part where Alyssa Milano basically admitted that, you know, she regret the feud between her and Shannen Doherty. And I was reading it. This was like in October 21st. And on Intimate Entertainment Tonight, they wrote, I could take responsibility for a lot of our tensions that we had. I think a lot of us struggle came from the feeling that I was in competition rather than it being a sisterhood that the show was so much about, and I have some guilt about my part in that. While Dorothy hasn't mentioned rekindling with the sorry not sorry art though. Basically, Alyssa Milano, wrote down moments where she felt as if the girls were attacking her. So she basically wrote everything down. So whenever push comes to shove, she's gonna hire a lawyer and get the girls with it. But I'm like, babe, you didn't have to. They weren't attacking you. You just felt uncomfortable because you weren't bonded with them. You weren't friends with them. And I get it because the show made it seem like they all got along. But in reality, Prue and Piper were best friends. And Phoebe was like, oh, y'all best friends. I think from that, she didn't want to directly say it towards her. But she was basically saying how Shannen Doherty and Holly Marie Combs got on the podcast, let's be clear, and basically kind of thrashed her. Well, Shannon kept it cordial, but Holly was more of like, she got you fired. She was going to get me fired, but we had to choose But Shannen Doherty hasn't said nothing about it. Even during the podcast, if you listen, she was not bashing Alyssa at all. It just felt like if Holly was bashing, but not really. She was stating facts. Holly Marie Combs was stating facts. That's how I see it. And Shannon was more of like, yes and yes, yes. She didn't say nothing. Shannon basically just agreed with Holly. Holly was the one spilling all the tea. Am I lying?
No, you're not, girl. Speak those truths.
Oh, I just want to see behind the scenes. I want to travel back in time and just see.
Screwing the DA. We are stuck picking up your slack. What's the matter, Prue? Jealous? All work and no play making you even more boring?
The moment when they got into it, so I could see from my point of view that who was lying, who was not lying. Do you think that Shannon was jealous of Alyssa? Or was it Holly? Think about it. But the good part was Holly became the older sister. She basically stepped up. She became Prue. Oh my God, that's crazy. Now, one thing I noticed was Shannen Doherty said that she was hired. Did you guys know she was hired again? Well, not hired, but did you guys know that they asked her to come back for Charm again for season 4 of the episode but she declined because she said that, why would you guys bring me back just to fire me again? Yeah, I just found out. So I'm going to play this clip right here. And I felt like this is what I was talking about when she said that she was hired to do the Charm again, the first episode for season 4, but she declined because they were going to fire her anyway. So watch.
After you departed from Charmed, not only you, but your image very much evaporated from Charmed for the next 5 seasons. Was there ever any opportunity for you, or any desire from you, or anybody else from the Charmed community, from the Charmed, like the team putting together Charmed, for you to return as a cameo, or just one episode, or anything?
Yeah. Yes. There was for the season finale of Charmed, and there was, they've asked me about the comic books and all of that stuff. The answer, and as you all know, I'm an incredibly direct and honest person, so I should be giving a much more political answer, but I'm not going to. the reason for the season finale that I didn't is because honestly, the way that they sort of wanted to bring Prue back into it was just not authentic, and there was nothing interesting and good, and it wasn't true to the character. So that's why I said no. And as far as the comic books and everything, it was more of a negotiation thing of them, you know, not wanting to pay. So that's what's happening.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, I see that. The fact that they didn't want to pay her, maybe, okay, so I don't know if you guys know this, but in Hollywood, they pay you for your likeness. If they were going to use anything about you, they have to pay you, and you have to sign a contract for them to use that. For example, like dolls and, you know, other things. And then this one's about comics. So with the comics, she did not want to sign a contract. I might be wrong, because they weren't going to pay her to use her likeness in the comics. So I don't know if you know that. But if I'm wrong, go ahead and leave a comment, let me know, because, hey, I want to know too. Whether this was true or not, you guys, I think Alyssa either felt responsible, or maybe there was no tension at all. Maybe they've outgrown this. But I felt like after that, you know, podcast, Shannon felt like she had to say something. I'm pretty sure she heard it. I'm pretty sure she sat there and listened to it and basically was like, wait, I didn't get her fired. She quit on her own. We would never know the truth. You know? So what did you guys think about it? You think Shannon really got fired, or she was saying it because of the podcast? But then again, Holly Marie Combs, Piper, she basically, there was this one point she said, what did she say? She said, Alyssa Milano felt threatened at certain times because it was a hostile work environment, and that she wrote everything down. And if it push come to shove, she was going to hire a lawyer and sue them. And I get that that was behind the scene, but maybe it really didn't happen, because you guys got to understand, we can't come directly and hate the girls. We have to see this from a different point of view. We can't be biased, you know? This old footage of kind of old. There was this old footage of what I saw. I'm gonna play it for you here, and it's, the title says "Why Shannon Left the Show." I can't, like I said, I can't be wrong. Maybe this is because they didn't want to put it out there, so they kind of, you know, mix the word around. But we can see.
Left her TV series Charmed.
Let me rewind it.
Reports claim that Shannen Doherty left her TV series Charmed over a behind-the-scenes feud with co-star Alyssa Milano. Now, for the first time, Shannon speaks openly about walking out in this Entertainment Tonight cover story.
There was too much drama on the set and not enough passion for the work. You know, I'm 30 years old, and I don't have time for drama in my life anymore.
While Doherty made no reference to her Charmed co-star, she told E.T. the rumors of a rift have no effect on her.
To me, it's sort of whatever. You know, I'll miss Holly a lot, and, you know, that's really the only thing I want to clear up. And she is one of my best friends, and I love her dearly, and there were never, ever, ever any problems between the two of us. And we will always be pals, and she doesn't even know if she's going back to the show, because she doesn't want to be there without me.
E.T. contacted to ask if she indeed plans to leave the WB show, but her representatives declined comment. Spelling Entertainment told us, however, that the actress is under contract with the series, so she won't be going anywhere. And when we spoke with Alyssa Milano's publicist, she told us, quote, everyone is excited about getting a fresh start this fall. But Shannon says that after 3 seasons...
Okay, I'm going to cut that copyright just in case. I know, don't come for me, please. It might seem like if I'm on sides with Shannon, but there's no sides. There's no sides to choose. 3 great actors who had a little tiff in the show. One got booted out. The other 2 stayed. Plain and simple. But am I happy about it? No. Yeah, the show's been over years. Like, just... what can I say? I'm not going to be biased. At the end of the day, ever since Prue died, a part of me felt like the show was not complete. I felt like a part of me left when she left. And I don't know if you guys who you choose, not choose, who you connect more with. I felt like I was more of the older sister, and me and Prue very like work ethics and just we were similar. And when she left the show, a part of me felt like a part of me left the show too. It was just not the same. Don't get me wrong, the seasons after with Rose McGowan was good too, but it just felt like they were very, sisterhood, and they had a strange sister. Every sisters fight, so when they argued and stuff, I was like, oh snap, like real sisters. I love Rose McGowan, I really do. Her character as Paige, she really completed the show as well. Things happen for a reason. If Shannon would have never left the show, the storyline would have been different. When Shannon left the show, the plot twist was they had another sister. That was like the mind-blowing part for all of us, because we were like, what? Bitch had a whole sister? Patty, you cheated with Sam? And then that storyline kept on going, and we were just like, yes, plot twist. Ratings went up. Brought new Charm fans in, like people who love Paige, and the people that did not know Prue, they love Paige, and other people love Prue. We can't be biased. The show has to go on. These girls create a legacy that will live on and on. When Charm reboot came out, it was okay, but we knew, God, it's my eye. We knew that was the charm. Well, for the reboot, we were just like, huh? This ain't it. This ain't Charm. This is Farm. I know people might be mad at me because I'm like bringing up this drama, you can say, but this is what Charm fans do. This is what we all have this community about. We all get to talk about our point of view. I decided to make this video because it was Alyssa Milano's birthday, and then when I saw that tweet, I said, was it a clapback? And then once you get to read the thing, you're just like, oh, it really was a clapback, but not in a disruptive way. Like I said, cryptic, But yeah, tell me what you guys think about it. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.